Super coach tabs on my phone at dawn, scrolling through the carnage, what went wrong? Grammar soul and steady, rookies on the rise, mid-prices tempting me, danger in disguise. Big J calling from the couch, mate, check your side. Joe bragging about a loophole, riding that tide, we're trading in our hopes like stocks on a screen, chasing that price rise, living the dream. Woo! We're the center bound crew, hey! Whistle blows, we're riding it through, from goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made, from a pig in the guts to the bench from a blues, every week we're breaking the rules, AFL in our veins, yeah, it's all we do, we're the center bound crew. Got duds on the park, can't win a hard ball, need a downgrade, target, answer that call, possessions piling up, my captain's on fire, vice loop lightning, sparks through the wire, yeah. Trade plan scribbled on the back of a bill, one more sideways move, I swear I'll sit still, but the siren, it's Friday, logic is gone, mate, just push and go on. Who you backing in, who you backing in, who you backing in, yeah. Who you letting go, one more risky move, then we steal the show. We're the center bound crew, hey! Whistle blows, we're riding it through, from goals and behinds to the last upgrade, greatest game in the world, that's how we're made, from a pig in the guts to the bench from a blues, every week we're breaking the rules, they fell in our veins, yeah, it's all we do, we're the center bound crew. We're the center bound crew, oh yeah, the center bound crew, the center bound crew, the center bound crew.
G'day guys and welcome to the Centre Bounce, a Sunday night live watch-along. Holy crapola, who would have thunk that we are watching football on a Sunday night? Let's thank Western Australia for its public holiday tomorrow, granting us this absolute graveyard shift of a game. At least the Bombers are coming in with the full pajama kit. We've got the red shorts. Let's go. How we doing, Akka? How shit do the Eagles look? Bro, it's a bit too early to say that they look shit, mate. They're more than likely going to beat us today. So let's calm down the shitness. G'day, Shawnee. How's it going? All right. Managed to just get in. Look, if you guys don't know, I believe that the Eagles will beat us today. I think we've just got too many injuries on the list at this point. Plus, the Eagles have looked mighty good the last few weeks. So I know there's a new coach in town. I know we've got the buzz. I know that there is torrential conditions. It's absolutely shocking. So it could potentially lower the caliber of the game. And let's be real, anything that can lower the caliber of our opposition will gladly take it. Sully Roby immediately in the middle. But it is the Eagles with the first clearance. A high sky ball. Roberts to Parrish. Kicks it very wide. Merritt runs onto it. Just keeps it in play. Feeds a handball back to Langford. The only player on the team today who is part of our leadership team. Everybody else is injured. But he turns the ball over. Right here through the corridor. Forward handball by the Eagles. They overlap. Nice chain. First inside 50 of the game is a brilliant one to Waterman on Blackiston. That is a very interesting matchup. Waterman on Blackiston. You'd think Waterman is going to have an absolute field day with that matchup. Blackiston way too slow to react to that ball. And yeah, this is not going to be a pretty sign of things to come. Waterman's a good kick. You'd anticipate he'd kick it from here. 22 goals this season. In his skips. Oh, Jesus. That was pretty bad. Do I count as a commentator? Wow, so that's a commentator's curse. All right. First score of the game. to the Eagles. One behind. Archie Roberts on the kick-in. All of us Supercoach owners rejoice. Brian with a big fist in the middle of the ground. Parrish with the gather. The kick is shocking. It's a turnover. Another inside 50 here for the Eagles. One-on-one. Blackiston this time does well enough to bring the ball to ground. We're having a forward stoppage. What the hell happened there? The player just ran straight into the screen, and he gets a free kick for it. Is this Murdoch? No, I did not watch the Blues game. I was at a concert on Friday night, but I'm not even surprised. The Carlton Blues have a really good matchup against the Cats. Murdoch goes with the check side bunana from the pocket, and it's through, and he loves it. Oh, and he runs straight to Roberts to let him know about it. Oh, mate. Interesting. Very interesting from Murdoch. Gee, he's feeling himself after that goal and everyone's gone straight for Roberts. This is very surprising. Gee, the Eagles haven't done much and all of a sudden reckon that they are in a position where they can start bullying other players. That's interesting. Good to see you, Globes. Hope you're doing well, mates. Oh, that was a beautiful finish. That is a high degree. Of difficulty. To go check side from outside. Very nice. Smoky Joe. Ah, yes. Smoking Joe. Now, that was a beautiful finish by Murdoch. Us owners can rejoice about that too. Nice tap out there by Brian. Gets it to Roby. Handball from Parrish back to Langford. Playing behind the ball by the looks of things. Back to Parrish. Parrish pressured. Picks it up the line. Eagles drop what they should have taken. Nice pick up there by Baker. This is now Kelly. One-way traffic at the moment. Perfect start for the Eagles. Ball hits the deck. Murdoch on Roberts. Farrow tries to feed it to Langford. Can't. Nice forward pressure here by the Eagles. Roberts. They have to retreat by hand. Reed now kicks it round the corner, but it lands in the breadbasket of none other than Harley Reid. This is exactly how the Eagles would have wanted to start. Exactly how the Eagles would have wanted to start. Dominating field position. Repeat entries. Forward pressure. Looks like it's going to be a long night here for the Bombers. Jamie, good to see ya. Travis, hello. Great to see Murdoch not tagging so far. Where have you been? I traded you. Oh, no, that's a shame. Now, I'm still a happy owner of Murdoch, and I reckon he's going to be my F6 for the year. So, Reed goes for distance, and it affects the accuracy. Archie Roberts with another kick in. Get around us. Get around us, boys. Archie Roberts and Murdoch. We're having a good one. Reed has to kick up the line. Jeez. May sort of getting manhandled there, but the ball trickles out of bounds. We're going to throw in. Bombers have won the last 5 games versus the Eagles with an average margin of 18 points. Well, they aren't winning today, by the looks of things. Ball thrown in. Brian works his way to the front to Parrish. Parrish to Cox. What happened? It's a free kick to who? Free kick to Parrish for a hold by the looks of things. So Parrish, he's got the ball quite a bit, Darcy. Kicks it up the line, looking for Mackay's playing forward by the looks of things. Jesus, okay. And Reed takes the intercept mark. So this is a little bit interesting. I didn't even realize. So Mackay is playing forward. Oh, no. Roby went with the one hand. He's dropped it. Opens up the door. Gee, that's a nice falcon there for Baker. Roby picks it up. Tries to get a kick away. And he's deemed holding the ball. Oh, this is not a great start at all. Murdoch with another tackle. Another free kick. And he's having another shot on goal. Oh, Jesus. Murdoch he's a primo for me. I'm not trading up Murdoch. Murdoch I'm keeping. Brilliant tackle. I still find it hard. This holding the ball rule is next to impossible to determine because and Murdoch steps up to the plate. Oh, it faded away at the last second. Through for a minor score. Look, a goal. So I just don't understand how. Excuse me? Is that neither a mark or a free? Thank you. There we go. It's paid. Murdoch is going to be my M6 too. Short on trades. You know, you got to keep Murdoch. If he's playing like this, you've got to keep Murdoch, mate. Terrible kick. Who's that to? Yeah, not looking good. Not looking good here from a Bombers perspective. This is a bit of a massacre. But I just don't understand the holding the ball rule now because I thought it was always if you don't have prior and you're tackled, you could still be deemed holding the ball if you don't make a genuine attempt. So in this case, Roby had no prior, made a genuine attempt to dispose, and it was called holding the ball. Sometimes they call play on, other times they pay holding the ball like that. So I don't know. And I think that would confuse the players as well. Oh, he ducked into an umpire. That has to be holding the ball. Play on's the call. Rather than handball, we're bombing up the line. How is that not a free kick to Mackay? Who knows? But the Eagles well represented at ground level. Kelly has an eternity all by himself. Puts it into the pocket. Job Shanahan, spoiled well by Pryor. This is now Reed. Has to kick it inboard. Is it good? It is. This is a mark. Set it go. Kicks it up the field. Is that not paid a mark today, Wicks? It's not. Okay. Play on's the call. Well done there, Blackiston. Did well to intercept. Had a fumble. Keeps his head. Roberts to Farrow. Back to Roberts. Chips it. This is not going to be to anybody's advantage. Jimby receives the ground ball. Eagles move it haphazardly. This is now Dersma, who takes the intercept mark on defensive 50. Oh, Jesus. This has been an ugly game thus far. He just skies it because he's been told to play on. Jimby does very well, protects the ball drop and takes a nice intercept mark. Need Murdoch, set out, how about Flash? Need Murdoch, Sardis, Roberts, and Lindsay to combine for 400 to remain the magic number. It wasn't looking too good before, but Murdoch and Roberts are looking good. They are looking the goods. Jamie, whatever happened holding the ball, they never play that anymore. I've always considered dropping the ball to be a rule, but every time I raise dropping the ball, I'm always told that's not an actual rule that is to be paid. And when you look at it, it's just simply an incorrect disposal free kick. Because if you drop the ball, that's incorrect disposal. But there is no official dropping the ball rule. Flanders to Dawson for me, and that will be my only trade I'm thinking so far. We'll wait and see with McInerney, rolled ankle. Who knows? I'm not Dr. Hoop. Indeed, Travis. Indeed. Good call. Barrow manages to get out the BJ Williams tackle, but then is deemed holding the ball from Harley Reid. Kicks it short. This has been an ugly game thus far. Duggan is having a shot. Rare for Liam Duggan to have a shot. He does have a big roost on him. He's gone back. Waltzes in. Drop punt from about 55. Oh, into the post. Well, when you're playing the Bombers, why wouldn't you have it ping? This is yet another kick in here for Roberts. You love to see it. The ball has been living in our back line. We've only had 2 disposals in our forward half. BJ Williams soars and takes a wonderful grab. 6 intercept marks already And we're halfway through the first quarter. This is almost unprecedented. Round the corner. Another one just dropped, though, by Harley. Also, I've lost to both you and Big J by a comprehensive margin in both matchups. I find it hard to believe that I could beat anybody this week. My week is terrible. Still should be unbeaten in my public league. Fair enough. Setterfield, Tarobi, with one hand held, has managed to sky it out of there. Caddy takes the mark, tries to kick it into space. Him and Edwards, unfortunately, were not on the same page. Easy intercept mark. Oh, goodness. And that's what happens. Why is Mackay playing full forward? I'm sorry. Sully, this is your first game and you sort of want to put your own spin to it, but Mackay is not a forward. He's just not. You have to play Mackay in defense, especially with just how much we're getting beaten in the field position. Farrow gets a hand free to Sardis, to Langford, out to Dersma, goes short. That's a mark to Parrish. Releases the hands to Sardis. Overlap run, kick inside forward 50. Mackay brings the ball to ground. Gresham was too soft. Gresham was worried off it way too easily. And here come the Eagles. Good tackle there by Langford. Advantage paid. Day Wicks tries to kick it inside forward 50. He does. Caddy's got an enormous amount of work to do. Oh, he slips at the worst possible moment as he was turning, and Jimby gets him holding the ball. What's up, everyone? Good to see you. Kobe, hope you're doing well. Notice you're looking good as always. I was hoping you were doing a live. There we go. The benefits of a Sunday live is, where else would you be apart from home, right? Merritt does well. Manages to hit up Perkins just outside forward 50. There is room to work with, but the kick, as always, is Scheisenhausen, and a golden opportunity goes begging. I need Dersman to get me over 1,700 points, VC Flanders, and oh, Jesus. That's a tough week there, Travis. I'll show you my team in a second. It's been terrible. Unless Sardis can outscore BJ by 65, you have me this round. But Sardis, yeah, Sardis is a good player. He just needs to be given opportunity. How is my team doing? Whilst we're waiting for the ball to be thrown back in. It's not looking great. 16:36 before this game. Oh, Jesus. Sardis gets the ball, feeds it to Mackay. Mackay was doing the ruck work then. What is going on? And that is an out of bounds on the full free kick to the Eagles. Good pressure here by the Eagles in this game. Really taking it up. They know the Bombers have their back to the wall, and this is how you want to start. You want to start with high pressure, get your fans into it. Baker kicks the ball towards top of the 50. Langford, the only one who read the play well. Looks like Job Shanahan's getting some work done on his shoulder. Langford goes short to Elijah Sardis. Sardis plays on. Kicks it to about half forward, looking for Daywicks, who does well to keep the ball in front of him, and then does some great follow-up work. Feeds it back to Parrish. Parrish switches the angle, goes out wide. Does the ball sit for Cox? Eventually it does. Tries to steady himself, goes short, but it's out of bounds on the full. Another classic mistake for the Bombers. Cannot get skills working. I'm on 17:20 with Murdoch and Sardis playing now. So, yeah, he is playing. Sardis is playing. And that should be a lasso free kick to the Bombers. Inerrant. I'm so glad. Could have brought in Heaney. And I'm getting Holmes. Yeah, I know. Here's Sardis with another mark. I'm on 18:10. Oh, very nice, Aaron. Good work. Should have seen Sarah Jones today. Oh, my God. Oh, well. Oh, Mackay. Solid mark. Gives off to Gresham. Gresham plays on. Wheels around looking for Caddy. May! Oh, is that going to be a bad enough? No, it's not. Oh, no. May's in all sorts at ground level. That's not good. May looks hurt. May is very hurt. Is that him grabbing his wrist? Jesus, he's adopted the fetal position. Oh, I copped the head. And then, oh. Yeah, May is not in a good way. Friendly fire with Caddy flying at the pill. Seems to be seems to be a wrist. Oh, Jesus. Just what we need. More injuries. Just what we need at the Bombers. Hope you get well soon, mate. Oh, no. I need Bailey J. Williams to do shit because my opponent has him. Fair enough. All this time and space here on the wing. 3 bounces. He's run too far on the ball. Oh, Baker had a bit of a brain fade. Gresham, free kick, goes short. This is Cox. There's no room to work with. This is now Setago. He's not known for his precision kicking. He just puts it up top of the goal square, and Jimby with a solid grab. Oh, this is not looking ideal here. We might not score today. Kick goes out wide, looking for Yo. Ball sits for him. Manages to evade Kondo. Kick inside into the pocket. Waterman with the mark. Blackiston really couldn't do too much about that. Yeah, this is going to be an ugly game. Very ugly. There's my -5 is a fruit biscuit. Clark turned up. Yes. That's not what you need, Joe. More injuries. Someone else will get injured. Bro, it's just not looking good, bro. Waterman plays on. Kicks around the post. And it goes through and he loves it. Oh. This has got the hallmark of a 50-plus victory here. This is going to be 50-plus. It's not looking good from a Bombrays perspective. Lindsay won't get any touches, Flash, because the ball's not getting there. And when it does, Jimby's just intercepting it, as Akka says, the great Walla Jimby. So yeah, we are not going to be a good day. Not going to be a good day. Alas, Eagles suck. Well, we suck more, Hannah, unfortunately. Just a bad time. Bad time to play the Eagles with all the injuries that we've got. Plus, we're playing them over there. This is not... Plus, the Eagles are in good form. They really took it up to the Pies last week. So the Eagles are playing good spirited football. Just not a good time to play them. Oh, Jesus. May is done. He's in the back row with a sling. Great. Oh, God. It can't keep going on like this, can it? It can. Oh. I thought last year was our cursed year. And yet it continues. Well, at least we're absolutely sewing up the #1 draft pick this year. Just got to look at it glass half full. Glass half full, we are at least cementing the #1 draft pick. Let's just focus on the positives, right? Glass half full. At least we're getting Van Haddam. Oh, Anya. Well done, Pidge. What a great captain. Brings him a jacket and everything. Dockers are better, not in a rude way. I don't know, Hannah. The Dockers just seem to be number one on the ladder, so I reckon they're better than everybody at this point. Caddy being harassed. Ball has a terrible bounce for him. Yeah, this is going to be a long night. This is going to be a very long night if the ball is going to be doing that as well. But as you could see, it was 2-on-1. They just know we're going to go to Caddy. Where else are we going to go? Looking forward to Gridley at halftime. So am I, Travis. At least we're more likely to see some success in the Gridley than on this field. But my boys, Caleb Sarong and Hayden Young, are back next week. Not happy about Brendan Cox and Matt Johnson. Two players have been playing very well for us. Well, Kobe, you're doing very, very well. You should be very proud of your boys. They've had a wonderful season thus far. 11 wins in a row, having beaten the two-time reigning premiers at the Gabbatoir as well. Lindsay McCarthy with a kick of a handball, if you don't mind. Duggan has all the time in the world to stutter 5 times, only to then just hit up Kyle Langford. He kicks up the line, looking for Cox. No mark. Ball trickles out of bounds. On the positive note, Rehini got him and VC'd him in my fantasy league. Nice. I'm going to steamroll the biggest shit talker. Oh, you love that. Heaney said my round with 8 scores under 56. Yeah, bro, my score has been dreadful as well. I'll go list. So Finn, if I just scroll down. So obviously I was one of those Grundy owners who unfortunately had Grundy not play. Lindsay's on 6, BJ's on 12, Edwards 19, Banfield 36, Flanders 39, Ison 42, 43, 44, 64, 74, Cozzy on me 74. Like it's been shizen. It's been shizen. Ball thrown in. BJ worked off it by Brian. Kicks around the corner. They just have an extra. All right, I can see what's happening. So are we playing an extra at the contest? If we're playing an extra at the contest, then why in the hell are we bombing the ball forward? Setterfield. This kicking is deplorable. Blackiston. He picks it up. This kick's a little bit better, but it's a low percentage one. And it's turned over in the worst part of the ground at half forward. Allows the Eagles to just springboard from defense. Yo taps it forward and he blows a wide open opportunity. Lucky the Bombers dodge a missile there. Holy crap. Oh, we are so lucky that the game's not over already. Ball kicked in by Reed. Roberts gathers it further afield. Knows he's not fast, so he feeds it back to Sard. Sard looking for Setterfield. Couldn't mark it because he waited for the chest mark and then allowed Baker to spoil it. Oh, the Eagles just want it a little bit more. Good tackle by Kondo. Somehow that guy got a kick away. Not too bad. A high looping ball to Dersma in the middle of the ground. He switches it. Is this Lindsay? No, that's Bo Allen. Piss off, Bo Allen. Yo, with the front and square. Feeds it off to Reed. Good tackle there by Merritt, and that has to be insufficient intent. Bro, why are you even thinking about arguing with the umpire? You just handballed it straight out of bounds. There was no one within 33 kilometers of that handball. Cox. Handball to Brian. Brian tries to kick it to half forward. There's space out the back. How is Mackay going to place this kick? Terribly. The bounce might work for Gresham. He puts it over the top. Daywicks drops a sitter. Can he gather? Goes on the left. And he misses. But at least we finally scored one. We finally have a score. But holy crap, it looks a bit like Auskick at the moment. McGrath went to put a jumper on Archer May. Legs, he seemed cold. Well, it's very cold out there, apparently, with terrible conditions. Plus, he's injured. See much of Zach Merritt? Not really, Travis. Apart from that tackle before. Jesus, how did we miss that? How did we stuff that up? This is just not AFL caliber skills, man. I can't wait for the new coach next year. Setterfield, claimed, gets a handball away somehow. Brian feeds a handball over the top to Dersma, trying to encourage Dersma to join the Bombers. Parrish can't gather a simple handball received from Merritt. Brian has to fend off for his life. Back to Merritt. Merritt is now throwing. That's quarter time. Oh, Jesus. What do you say? What is there to be said? We knew this was a very young team. We knew this was a very inexperienced team. We know that we are decimated by injuries. We know that we just sacked the coach. We know that one of our assistant coaches walked out in protest with Brad. Plus, the club psychologist walked out again with Brad. So I know it. This is the worst possible time to be playing on field for the Bombers. But gee whiz, it's bad. You look like you need a beer for this game. I feel like I do. I feel like I do, but I don't know what YouTube would do if they saw me drinking live alcohol. Muzzy, this isn't good. No. This isn't good wins. I don't know what that means. But the wins are bad. Can you please explain, Joe, why the hell Setterfield is so expensive? He's never done anything. I'm a Tarleton supporter, so I was glad to get rid of him. He's never put together a complete set. How much does Setterfield cost? $487? What? Why? Clearly, he must have done something last year. What did he do last year to justify that asking price? 110, 99, 44, 117, 150, 93, 90. Yo, he actually had a pretty good stint last year. 78, 95, 130, 52, 70, 70, 72. Yo, before he got injured, he actually did pretty well last year. I did not recall that, but geez, there you go. Well, that explains his price, I suppose. Worries me who is going to be the new Essendon coach next year. Well, what's there to be worried about? What is there to be worried about? I've been very anti-Hurd because let's be real, how could James Hurd possibly win in any process where you've got people like Enright, Bartel, Longmire? You know, when you just these three names alone should be a higher degree of credentials than James Hurd. And let's be real, no one in the competition would ever contemplate asking James Hurd to be the coach of their club, right? There are no club in all and of the 17 other clubs, no one would approach James Hird. So why would it then be that Essendon think it might be a good idea to approach the guy that no one else would approach? Surely you would go and approach the people who are the most in demand, the people who everyone else would kill to have. You know, surely you'd go for those people because clearly they're wanted and desired for a reason. So whoever goes through the process, Travis, I'm just going to hope that it is a good one. But let's be real, with where the club is at, anyone that we get, anyone, and I do mean anyone, like including Hird, would do better with the list than Brad. So at this point, whoever it is, whoever gets the gig, I'm all for it. Whoever gets the job, I'm going to fully support them, fully endorse them, obviously. Die-hard Bombers, man. Continue to support whoever it is that fronts up. Obviously, we just hope that whoever does front up wins it. Actually wins it. You're allowed to drink and smoke on live YouTube. Are we now? Okay. Maybe a halftime I might consider it. All these mascots are running. Yeah. Gee, that. I forgot. Someone that won the race. Gee, he was rapid. Rapid quick. So, from a Supercoach perspective, Murdoch 38. You love to see it. BJ Williams 15. You hate to see it. Lindsay 8. You cry. From the Bombers, well, let's be real. Sardis 15. Merritt 17. I mean, no one's got any of those guys. Let's be real. Roberts 31, though, is good. Happy with Roberts 31. May being out does mean one less bench spot for Sardis to occupy. Well, I don't think you have to have that problem because Brad's not there anymore. So deck chairs have to be swapped around already. Another one down for the Bombers. Murdoch on Roberts. Fierce rivalry there all of a sudden. Nice physicality there by Roby. Works Yo off the ball. That's not an easy thing to do. Merritt skies the ball inside forward 50, and guess who? Jimby again. Oh, mate. Jim Beam. Might need some Jim Beam in honor of Jimby. Jeez, he's absolutely claiming everything that goes near him. Ball makes the way to the half-forward line. Murdoch tries to gather the ball, can't. Kondo does well. Releases Pryor, who just hacks the ball forward. This could work if a fortunate Falcon, Perkins with a solid tackle. Is that not holding the ball, umpire? No, it's not. Play on's the call. Baker to Reed. Hollywood handball up to Kelly. Nice, clever tap. Sardis gets in the way, does well to leave his man. Sorry, it wasn't Sardis, it was Pryor. Are AFL players allowed to go to the toilet? Surely. Roby to Sardis. Sardis lowers the eyes. Too low. Caddy could not mark. Good representation at ground level here by the Eagles. They're working in packs. Nice body spoil there by Roberts. Oh, what? Bro, this is soft AF. Why the hell are we getting no frees and they get every free? We're shit. We don't need the umpires to bloody add insult to injury. Harley Reid gathers the ball, tucks the ball under the arm, kicks it on the left. Is Waterman being held? Lucky. Dersma with the intercept mark. I don't think it's a tag. I think they're just playing one-on-one. It was sort of the thing like in the first quarter, flash. Caddy, BJ. Oh, that's got to be on the ball umpire. Bro, why do we not get any on the ball calls? Ball is bouncing. You have to touch it, Mackay. Good, he does. Then we trade Flanders too. All the forwards are rubbish. Yeah, so it's a good question. I'll probably trade him. I've got Sheasel, so Sheasel will take his place. And then I'll swing Banfield forward. Oh, I've got Petrarca there. Interesting. Yeah, Flanders has to go. I might get a defender. I think I need a defender. I can't be, or maybe even Matt Rowell. So Farrow has the pill. They're Eagles umpires. I can feel that, Kobe. They seem to be Eagles umpires. Jacob Farrow. From outside, forward 50. He knew he didn't have the distance. So he put it to a very interesting position. Caddy, with the intercept, just doesn't get enough purchase, but Cox fortuitously somehow gets the ball in his hands with the luckiest of luck. Bang, Coxie, and he celebrates with gusto just as the rain starts pouring down. Oh, Jesus, let's not hope we're going to be relying on that type of service. Thank you very much to Baker. Twice, actually. Baker was the one who handballed it to Caddy, and then he was the one who tapped it to Cox. Baker, Liam Baker, what a good bloke. Liam Baker is the best bloke in the AFL. He felt so sorry for us. He tried and helped us twice in the span of 5 seconds to finally kick our first goal. Sheasel, Track, then I got no idea. Yeah, Sheasel's for sure up there. Track's up there. I reckon Cozzie's up there. Sardis bombs the ball forward. Caddy hits the deck hard. Perkins, Jimby, worked off the pill by set of goats. Claim by Jimby. Jimby, bro, he looks like he should be in a rock band. And everyone is getting absolutely drenched with torrential winds and rains. Oh, good tackle there by Sadafa. That's a throw, umpire. That's got to be a throw. These bloody West Coast umpires. I thought I had top 6 forwards. Shees, Track, Cozzy, Bolton, Bailey, and J-Mac. Yeah, I got Shees, Track, Cozzy, Bolton, and Bailey. No, not Bolton. I do have Bailey. I still got Flanders. Handball missed the target. Sardis picks the ball up. Handball over the top to Jade. Jade. Jade Gresham, final year. Thank God. Thank God. I can't wait for this season to end and then we can finally delist you, Jade Gresham. I'm stuck. Thank God. Thank God. Baker working for Sportsbet. True. So glad it's not a Freo game and I'm not at the game. Eagles fans are copping it. Yeah, look, they're gonna win it. They're gonna watch a win at least. Typical Roberts dropping 5 points in the first 5 minutes. I know it's a little bit disgusting. Oh, ball hits the deck. Murdoch releases Harley Reid. Oh, he dropped his knees, umpire. Murdoch plays on, kicks it inside forward 50. Spoil. This is now Perkins to Gresham. To Parrish, feeds it forward. Daywicks, There's some space. 1-on-1. Caddy versus Jimby. Nice tap backwards there by Caddy. Some support comes in well from number 33, who is Bazzo. Bazzo comes in to assist and saves a goal. Murphy Reid is rising. Murphy Reid's a gun. I agree. He could be. Brian gets a kick away. Very short kick, though. Hell of a free agent. Yeah. Bro, look at that. Look at 2026. Perkins, Stardust, Gresham, Pryor, Gerine, McMahon, Guelphy, Nick Cox, Unwin, Sard, Edwards, Setterfield. Quite a few people who are going to be moved on by the end of this year. Quite a few players getting moved on. You know your team is shit when Setterfield's leading your scoring. And Sully Roby was the pick. Sully Roby was the rookie pick. Perkins releases. Day Wicks gets a kick away under immense pressure. And he converts. Come on, boys. We got some hope somehow. Is that 2 goals in a row? The hyphenator, Day Wicks. Oh, we might live to fight another day. Gonna just have to run poo at F6. Yeah. You guys should try and get the new coach for the last 6 or so games to get a feel for the players. The problem is Flash. Say, for example, the person who wins is Corey Enright. We can't take Corey Enright out of the Saints to do those last 6 games. Same thing with if Kelly out of the Cats. We can't just pluck him out of the Cats. So the only coach who we could just plug in could be a Herd type, who's obviously not associated with a club. Could be a Longmire, who's obviously not associated with the club. Could be a Hinkley, but Hinkley sort of ruled himself out. So nice forward handball there by Reid to Yo to Dersma. Drops it nicely inside forward 50. This is Hoff with the pill. That's what you get, James Hurd. Look, it could very well be Longmire. Longmire is not connected to a club. Neither Roberts nor Murdoch have scored. Shouldn't have cock-blocked Gia. What a kick into the pocket. Beautiful ball. Hoff manages to pinpoint Waterman in the pocket. We need to play Waterman. No, the thing is, because we're down with no key forwards in the team apart from Caddy now. So freaking Mackay has to stay forward. This is ridiculous. Waterman plays on, starts it way too far wide, and that goes across the face, out of bounds on the full. The Bombers let off yet again. Very fortunate. A lot of inaccuracy keeping the Bombers alive. And somehow Mackay is in defense. So is that another change now? Is now Mackay playing in defense? Caddy jumps early and completely misses it. Opens up the door. Marich. That's a spin. It was a turn. Does that count as holding the ball? No, it doesn't. Ball up. G. Gresham's getting fired up here. Oh, both teams are getting fired up here. You never need to tell Harley Reid to get into a scuffle. He'll always say, yes, please. Free kick to Mackay after all of that for a hold in the ruck contest. Goes short. Finds Perkins. Perkins with a mongrel helicopter. Well done there by Conda Giannis to somehow control that. To Sard, that kick is not looking great. What courage! What courage from Day Wicks! Oh my God! What courage! Holy shit balls, Batman! Oh, I don't give a shit if he doesn't kick a goal there. This is everyone else. Look at him. Look at him and play like him. Wow, that deserves a goal. And of course, in classic Essendon fashion, it's not a goal. Oh my God. Oh my God. It either takes balls or shamelessness to be an Essendon streamer. I'm not really an Essendon. Oh my God, Sardis misses his foot. Look, I don't consider myself an Essendon streamer. I tend to do live watch-alongs whenever I can on the weekend. It's just been a while since I've last been able to have the Bombers on the screen at a time where I can stream. But yeah, this is mainly a Supercoach channel. What a handball over the top, and Reed runs into the skinnier Reed, and they go out of bounds for a throw in. Well done. I'm stumped who to trade in next week, Joe. I need a mid so I can move Holmes back. Yep, it's got to be someone off the bye. I don't mind Rowell. I'm thinking of getting Rowell next week myself. Can the Eagles make their way across the ground? Some body work, desperation. Baker gets a handball out wide. This could work. Hoff. Does Hoff have composure? He does. Pumps the ball inside forward 50. A few one-on-ones. Oh, the Eagles get in the way of each other. Bombers dodge a bullet. Reed handball over the top to Roberts. He goes back to Pryor. Pryor just torpedoes it out of there. Not my problem. Caddy against Jimby. Oh, well supported. The Eagles are doing very well to help each other out here with some nice, quick, overlapping handballs. This is now Lindsay with a beautiful massaging ball to Dersma. Dersma takes a breath, kicks it into the pocket where Waterman is. Decent place to go. He's been marking everything today. Stardust puts his head down, gets a handball to Xavier Dersma. He kicks it out wide. Oh, Sard also shows equally some courage. Alas, he could not hold on to the mark. Damn, what a mark, though, by Day Wicks. That was sensational. It was impressive courage. My strategy for next year is to grab every single rookie that's any good. Even if it means I have to start with that much in the bank. Really want to make sure I've got cash gen locked away. Yeah, for sure. I think it is really... yeah, obviously cash is king. You really need to make sure that you have the cash gen. Ball hits the deck. What's happening? It's a free kick to what? Whose free kick is it? Free kick to Nick? To Coxie? It's taken a long time to get there, and the ball bounced. I don't know. You could call me biased, but I thought if you're giving the ball back to your opposition, it has to be on the full. Stardust bombs the ball, top of the 50. Setterfield could not bring the ball to ground. Good mark there by Duggan, intercepting very well. Am I seeing Sardis with a little flame next to him? You are. Has Roberts lost his role? Oh, I cheeseburger? No, he's still in defense. He's still in defense, but I have no idea why his points aren't going up. This is a bit weird to me. I probably wouldn't want to hold on to 400k in the bank, though. For me, I think for me, sort of not too dissimilar to your strategy. I think I'm going to just go pure guns and rookies. And by nature, that will improve the cash generation of my team. Langford's kick out wide is not good. Well gathered there by Cox to Farrow. Uses his left foot, looking for Mackay. but Jimby is everywhere. What? Somehow the ball was still in play, and now the Bombers have the ball again. I have no idea how that happened. Dersma goes short. This is Pryor. There's nothing obvious. He's going to have to bomb it. Lowers the eyes into the pocket, over everybody's head. Ball somehow trickles out the back. That's got to be insufficient intent umpire. Bro, there was no one there. He just tripped over himself, did he? That's bullshit. That was Essendon. You know for a fact that would have been insufficient intent. Deliberate rush behind. Pryor unloads from 55 and he misses. Why do I have any emotion watching this game? I'm tired already. Well, less. Yeah, I don't want mid prices. For me, I'm done with mid prices. Mid prices were the things that killed me last year. I mean, this year in particular. This year and next year, I just want to have fun with Supercoach when Tassie ends its competition. I'm not going to look forward to the best 18 every week. True. This could be an opportunity here for the Eagles. Can Waterman keep the ball in play? He does. He fends off Kondo, then steps back inside on Kondo. Beautiful work by the big man. Beautiful work. Oh, he taught the young'un a lesson on work rate. Very impressive stuff. He taught the young boy that you're not quite yet ready for the big leagues. That was very impressive. And that is a very important goal for the Eagles against the run of play. Harvey Johnston nails it. I mean, to be fair, Bruin did pretty well. Yeah, Bruin did pretty well. But to be fair, if you didn't start Bruin, I don't really think he would have harmed you. Because you would have gone Bruin and maybe another mid-pricer. Would you rather have gone Bruin and another mid-pricer? Or would you rather have gone a Primo and Willem Dersma? So what did Tanner Bruin start with? So Tanner Bruin started at 276K. Actually, that's a very good price. 276K was a very good price for Tanner Bruin. Good call. Free kick to Yo. Plays on. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. It's a low dart. Or exits D50. It's in dispute. Merritt just hacks it out of there. Tells it's not my problem. Jimby goes in hard. And he wins a high contact free kick. Perkins, if you're going to complain about it, next time attack the ball with as much ferocity as Jimby does. Oh, Harley Reid breaks out of the Blackiston tackle to Marich. Kick is skinny. Perkins, if you want to receive high contact free kicks, you got to go in hard, mate. You got to go in low and hard. You have to put your head over the pill, win the hard ball. If you're second to the ball, of course you're going to give away a free kick. Sard with a mark down the line, looking for Mackay. 2 Eagles all over him. Duggan, did very well to split a couple. This now opens up the door for the Eagles. A kick inside forward 50 to Grubber. Oh, Yo! Somehow, something out of absolutely nothing does incredibly well to hold his position against Roberts. And that, I think, is going to be a Lindsay score assist if Yo can score. Bruin and Parrish or Willem and LDU? Exactly, Flash. Exactly. Yo goes for goal. Ugly wobbly kick. And the ball goes through for a behind. No, for a throw in. Good result here for the Eagles. Primo and Dersma for me. Yeah, 100%. Like, if you had to pick between LDU and Willem Dersma versus Bruin and Parrish, you'd do option 2 every day. Roberts gathers the pill, tries to bomb it out of there. Cox unable to mark. Good spoil there by Tim Kelly. You can tell that these are two lowly placed teams. Terrible throw-in, but BJ Williams feeds it off to Kelly, who gets out of the Darcy Parish tackle. Feeds it to Harley Reid. Top of the goal square. Job Shanahan reads it best. Everyone just pushed each other out of the way, and Job Shanahan was left with the ball uncontested in the end. Good placement on the kick there by Harley. Gee, that was just too easy. Too easy. Job Shanahan steps up and kicks another one. Good response here by the Eagles. The Bombers had kicked 2 in a row, and now the Eagles respond with 2 of their own. I can't wait this game anymore. Look, I can't watch this game. It's so ugly, bro. It's so ugly. I know conditions are bad, but gee whiz. You can see the skills are poor. And the Bombers are just worse. Just have less talent on the park. Let's be real. They have less talent on the field. Would have been interesting to see how these two teams matched up before Essendon had those injuries last week. Would have been interesting. Honestly, would have been interesting if we had those injuries from last week. So rather than us playing Richmond last week, if we were playing the Eagles, it would have been interesting to see how we would have fared against each other. Free kick to Waterman. Oh, okay, what's this now for? But downfield. Damn. Not smart there by Brian. Not smart at all. Need another A grader on the field. I mean, there are no A graders on this team. Setterfield, Sardis, Langford, Roby, Reid, Perkins, Roberts, Dersma. Just a bunch of kids, man. A bunch of kids and people who were delisted and somehow are back on. Waterman tries to take on Blackiston on the ruck. He somehow does. McCarthy into the pocket. Gee, Blackiston, you got to nail these tackles, bro. You just have to nail the tackles. You literally had him. Don't just use your hands. Has no one taught you that when you want to tackle someone, you don't just use your hands. You use the body. You tackle with the body. You fully commit to the tackle. None of this reaching nonsense. Bro, it's just the basics of football. The basics. Right, it was pushed. Somehow unleashes a very long handball whilst lying down on the ground. Oh, Kelly, that was clever. Kelly, that was classy. Hoff tries to take on Merritt. Not an easy thing to do. Has he made a genuine attempt, umpire, to get rid of that ball? I would say no. But then again, I'm biased. And I think so are you. Sardis receives the ball from the tap-in. Kondo tries to feed it back to Sardis. He gets it. Kick under pressure. Looks to be a turnover, and it is. Terrible tackling technique. Terrible tackling technique yet again leads to simple lead-up kick inside forward 50. Holy crap. What is that? What is that? Waterman. Piss off, Waterman, you shit. Oh, ball still in play. Murdoch couldn't kick it. Oh, just Barrow. Blackiston bombs it out of there. Jimby stripped of the pill, but he follows up with some nice ferocious tackling. Ferocious. But Nick Cox just gets a hand on it. Sard claimed. Feels like Sardis is waving to me on my emergency band saying hello and can't wait to join your Supercoach next week against Carlton. Oh, Carlton are going to kill us. Carlton are going to destroy us. Oh my God. Oh my God. 2 months ago, everyone was looking forward to the Carlton Essendon matchup as the who's going to get sacked cup. Oh, now it's going to be a massacre. Free kick to Williams. 8 free kicks to 2 in this quarter. The Eagles wave. You don't need me to tell you that, though, I'm sure. Marriage claimed immediately. Harley Reid. Bro, you got to stick the tackles. You've got to stick the tackles. And Harley Reid has somehow created a goal out of that. Holy shit. Whole bunch of wet noodles. Whole bunch of spineless you know what's. Langford couldn't do it. Reid couldn't do it, and he somehow gets over the shoulder. This is embarrassment. Ah. Restart out of the middle. Kelly evades Roby. Feeds the ball to Jesus. Williams. He fumbles the ball like a giraffe who's just been born. Ball hits the deck. It's 2-on-1. It's 2-on-1. What are we doing? Why are we kicking it to where there's an outnumber? Marriage. Kicks it high and long down the line. Williams with a towering mark. And that's half time. This is the worst game I've seen from us in my life. On a live stream. This is abysmal Scheisenhausen. Honestly. Well done to the Eagles. Certainly we've been very fortunate with a lot of their misses. But this game is just so bad. It's so bad. All right. Let's do some Gridley, guys. You guys don't know what the Gridley is? the Gridley is a game where you use your ball knowledge to come up with the rarest answers that fit the bill. So, for example, there's the x-axis and there's the y-axis here, right? 9 grids. So, for example, this grid here has to match someone who has played at least one game for the Giants and has been an All-Australian. Okay, there are 20 possible answers for this. Someone who has played for the Giants and has been All-Australian. We want the rarest, most obscure answers. The rarer, the better. Because similar to golf, the lower the score that you get, the better your performance is. Because it means that we have picked rare people. It means our ball knowledge is so deep that the obvious answers we have managed to avoid. Okay? So, for example, so Aaron felt if this is the worst you've seen in your Bombers, there's still a half to go. It's going to get a lot worse. Of that, I've got no doubt. Fortunately, I haven't had the opportunity to watch many Essendon games on stream. It's been bad. It's been bad thus far. Thankfully, I haven't had to watch us a lot. All right, Chad Corns, Luke Power. Look, Chad Corns. I don't mind that Chad Corns call. Let's try Chad Corns. Good to see you, Mark. Mark Kirsten, it's been a while. Let's see, Chad Corns. Now, just to confirm. Chad Corns has been an All-Australian. Good, yes. Let's try. Chad Corns was picked by 4% of people. Okay, so it's good. It's all right, but we can do better. And you'll see what I mean. All right. We'll go back to that one, I think. Melbourne All-Australian. 45 potential answers. Were James McDonald or Chad Corns ever? Yeah, so Chad Corns, I just checked. He has been. James McDonald. Now, oh yes, James McDonald has been in 2006. Which is rarer, Mark? James McDonald or Gary Lyon? I reckon Gary's more of a famous name than James McDonald is. Gaz? Big Gaz? I might go with James McDonald on this. There you go. See? James McDonald, good work, Rob. 0.8%. Okay? 0.8. This is a legendary selection. So that's what we want. Ideally, we have a grid full of legendary selections. Chad, he's an epic one. You can tell because it's got this diamond color, whereas what we ideally would want is a grid full of this purple. So that's what we want. But good get, Rob. So we want an All-Australian player who has played in the Big Freeze match and also has been All-Australian. Okay, so there are 24 possible answers that fit that bill. McDonald in the GWS box, I was thinking. Still, McDonald in the Melbourne box definitely worked. Greg Park for the D's 35 plus. Well, the fact that you're telling me that I'm assuming that this is a very good score. All right. So, what you can see here is unique. This is the ultimate option. Unique means they have been selected by 0.0% of people. Not even 0.1% of people have picked Greg Park. Flash, thank you very much. So ideally, the dream run is that you have a grid full of uniques. Obviously, we are now doing this at 8:32 p.m. It's very unlikely that we can come up with the whole grid of unique players because there's been a whole day worth of people who have done it. So all right. Leon Davis? Did Leon Davis play in the Big Freeze? When did the Big Freeze start? Since 2015. And Leon Davis finished up in 2011. So, no. So, Leon Davis is not an option because Leon finished his career before the big freeze began. So, an All-Australian in the Big Freeze. So, between Collingwood and Melbourne. Stephen May. Yeah, Stephen May does fit the bill. There's 24 other options, though. Sam Frost, was he All-Australian? Sam Frost. Not the actress. We want the AFL, Sam Frost. Sam Frosty does not appear to have any All-Australians to his name. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Can the Bombers come back? Hell no. Hell no. We are crapola. Not happening. But nice of you to join us. Very nice. Tom Mitchell. Yeah, Tom Mitchell for sure. Big Bund. Good. You know what? We'll do it. We'll do it and see what happens. Because 2%. Good get, Big Bund. Good get. 2%. We'll go with that. All right. A Clayton Oliver teammate who has played at least one game for the Giants or is currently on their list. Was there a Melbourne player who came to Melbourne from the Giants that Clayton Oliver played with at Melbourne? Nathan Jones. Oh, sorry. We're already going with Tom Mitchell. Sam Frost, the actress, would be a unique pick. That she would. But unfortunately, she would not have fit the requirements. Nick Madden. I think it might be obvious to go just current players. Was there a GWS player? GWS players traded to Melbourne. Cruz. Sam Frost. Adam Tomlinson. See, these fit the bill because these guys played for the Giants and have also been his teammate. But they were his teammate at Melbourne. Does that make sense? I think it might be too easy to just simply look at the current GWS lineup. Dom Dyson? GWS to Melbourne. Dom Tyson fits the bill. Yeah, Adam Tomlinson would also fit the bill. But you know what? I might go with Dom Tyson. 0.9. Excellent. See, I had a feeling, I reckon going with any of those guys who played for the Giants initially, but then joined him at Melbourne, I think that was the big brain play. I think it'd just be too obvious to look up the current GWS playing list. So this was good. Good work. Good teamwork. All right, so we want a teammate of Clayton Oliver who played at Melbourne. This was a little bit harder. We can't do some big brain plays here. We're gonna have to pick someone obscure, maybe, who played one season at Melbourne and then got traded out. So Clayton Oliver joined Melbourne in 2016. Bernie Vince? Dean Kent? Gee, Bernie Vince, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. But guys, don't just inundate me with names. I want us to... Who would be the rarest one of those? Jesse Hogan too soon? Yeah, probably. Jesse Hogan would be a good one, though, actually. Good call. All right. I sort of cheated just now. I did it on my phone, and Bernie Vince... 0.3%. Well done. Good get, Jimmy. Good one, Jimmy. All right. Played in the Big Freeze match as a Clayton Oliver teammate. Hey, Binger, how you doing, mate? Andy Moniz Wakefield? I don't think Andy played with... Did he? $2024. Yeah, Andy Moniz Wakefield works. Perryman? He has to be a Clayton Oliver teammate. Has to be a teammate of his. Marty Hall. Yo, it's not a bad... That's a great one. I reckon Marty Hall could be good. Marty Hall's 0.9%. You know what? Look, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I'm not a greedy man. 0.8%. Wait, 0.8%? On my phone is 0.9%. Oh, okay, got to get around this. All right, this is pretty good. Great work. Obviously, Chad Corns will have to be fixed up. So we want a player who has played for the Giants and had 35 plus in a game. Now, I actually think Harry Perryman has done that before. You guys have mentioned Harry Perryman multiple times for multiple. Has Harry Perryman ever done that? Best. Disposals. Damn it. He's had 30 disposals. He had 35. And how about... He's at 36. He's had 36 once. And he obviously came from the Giants. Caldwell is 0.8%. Adam Treloar, he's at 5%. No, we'll go Caldwell. Okay. Big match, big freeze match, and has had 35 plus disposals in a game. Has Christian Salem ever gotten 35 plus in a game before? As a halfback flanker, surely he gets the pill a lot. He has. He's gotten 39. Once. When did that happen? In 2021. Can't use Bernie Vince again. Done it already. Wade Dirksen. Ascension. Hello, SH. How you doing? No, I don't think Wade Dirksen has ever had 35 plus disposals in the game, whilst also playing in the big freeze. We can't do Bernie Vince. We've already used Bernie Vince. I reckon Christian Salem. Might be a good get here. Unless it's a bit obvious. 2%. 2% for Christian Salem. I think we can do better than that. Josh Smith. Sorry, AFL. James Harms. Ooh, 35 on the dot. But has Josh Smith ever played in a big freeze game? Between 2016 and 2018, has he ever played in a big freeze? Either 2016 and 2018. Josh Smith's works? Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Flash. .2. All right. This is excellent. We have to fix up Chad. The benefit is we get one undo. Here we go. We need a giant All-Australian. An All-Australian who has played for the Giants. In a rare one. This is it, guys. This is the deal breaker. The maker or breaker. Someone rare. What did we say before? Before was Luke Power or Jack Steele. So Luke Power is 2%. Reckon we can beat that. Heath Shaw is 4%. Not doing that one. Jack Steele. Let's have a look at the Man of Steel. People might forget that he actually came from the Giants. Nah, 2.5%. So people remember Jack Steele. People remember Heath Shaw. Jesse Hogan's 6%. Jesse Hogan's definitely not an option there. Ryan Griffin? Oh, that could be the one. Let me try it. Ryan Griffin. 2%. 2%. I think the best one was Luke Power at 1.9%. Not much splitting the two. Was there an All-Australian who then joined? Yeah, like Stevie J. Yes, Stevie J, Jimmy. 2.7%. Oh my God, we're not getting any rarer. 2.7%. There are 20 possible options. Has Nick Haynes ever done it? All-Australian in 2020. Yes, he did. Let's try it. Nick Haynes. .6%. Bloody hell. There's nothing obvious. Tom Scully. Tom Scully has never been All-Australian. What about Clayton Oliver? 3.9%. This is ridiculous. Who else was an All-Australian before going to the Giants? All-Australian players who went to the Giants. Dylan Shield? No way. .7%. Now I would try it, Heath Shaw, not Sam Taylor. 6.6%. Nah, not good enough. Yo, this is hard. Bill Davis? Surely not. He was the bloody captain. Yeah, didn't make it. Brett Delidio? Good call. 2.5%. Nah, not good enough. Devin Smith? Has Devin Smith ever made it to All Australian? I don't think he has. Yeah, nah, Devin Smith never made All Australian. Oh, this is hard. Jesse Hogan? Oh, no, I think I tried Jesse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 9. Alan Ward? Nope. There's no way people haven't said Lockie Whitfield. Yeah, 4.9%. And there's no way people have not said Toby Green. Yeah, 16%. He was the most common. Taylor Adams? You did it! You finally did it, Big Bund! You've done it! In your honor! Taylor Adams did it! 1.5%! Holy crap, it was way too hard. I think we literally put in every single bloody option before we finally got there. 7.7. What an amazing Gridley. Well done. All right, let's check it out. Global leaderboard. Oh, top 3. Top 3. Oh, my God. Top 3 in the world. Top 3 in the world. Unbelievable, guys. I'm saving this. Holy crap. Top 3 Gridley. 7.7. 31st of May. Wow. Wow. Well done, guys. I'm so proud of us. Had to hit levels of the brain I've never hit before. Well done, bro. That was worth it. Very much worth it. Oh, wow. Beautiful. And just like that, the joy is all gone. Now, I knew this was going to happen. I literally said before the game starts that I reckon it was going to be 50 points. Not surprised. And we're playing them over there. They're in good form. Plus, we're playing them over there, and they're much better at home. And we've been absolutely decimated as well. So I have this comes as no shock or surprise whatsoever. Bronze medalist, absolutely, Rob. So good. Top 3 in the world, smashing all those AFL fans in Tanzania. Hey, it means we're also smashing all the other AFL fans in Australia as well, Rob. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. It's not just Tanzania. It's not just Uruguay. It's not just the United States of America. It's also Australia, mate. Ball thrown back in. Brian wins the tap. Blackiston gathers it well. Merritt to Roberts. Caddy marks on the lead. Goes with a 45-degree ball to Langford, and it works. This opens up a potential move through the corridor, but the kick is ass. Gresham is the weakest. Most pathetic small excuse for small forward I have ever seen. No heart, no desire, no willingness to go for that ball right there. It was there to be won. Genuine 50-50. In fact, maybe slightly in his favour, and he just did not want to go for it. I think Gresham knows his days are numbered, and he's just not willing it. He's just not willing to get injured. Somehow the ball is ripped out of his hands, and umpire calls play on. Setterfield takes the relieving intercept mark in the middle of the ground. Got to refresh the teammate. This is a joke. It was always going to be terrible tonight. That was never in doubt for me. I was watching Malcolm Douglas old videos before Absolute Legend was a great story he had. Gee, Malcolm Douglas. That's something I haven't heard in ages, man. Go ahead and play with this guy. Go Eagles. Yeah, man. They've played great. They've been playing. That's got to be a free kick for holding the jumper in the ruck. So there had to be a free kick to Mackay. He just had a fistful of jumper. It's a bit weird. Look, we were never going to win this, and I think the umpires have just absolutely made certain of it as well. It's been 36 minutes since our last goal. It was already hard enough. And then, of course, May goes down with an injury in the first quarter. Is that not paid a mark? Why is that not paid a mark to Mackay? Why are we playing on? This is bizarre. Like, mate, the ref is so bad. Yeah, I can tell. It's definitely not equal officiating, that's for sure. Now, obviously, you might say, "Whoa, what a mark there by Jimby! Oh, what a mark! This guy is a beast. Ruben Jimby's a beast, man. Oh, you love watching him go at it." Look, the Eagles are a better team. The Eagles, at the moment, they've got more talent on the park. They're playing at home. They're playing with better form. They were always going to win this game. But the umpiring, I think, definitely was just the cherry on top. That's all. Easy out the back. Waterman dribbles it through. And he is loving life at the moment. Loving life. The Bombers all sucked into the contest. Everyone worried about their man. No one paying enough attention to the ball. And it goes out the back, easy beasy. Those are coach killers. But the funny thing is, the coach has already been killed. Oh, Jesus. Roby has been an unexpected good pickup. Yeah, Roby's been excellent. For those who jumped on Sullivan Roby, what was his starting price? Obviously, he didn't start at the start of this season. He's made 120 odd K with a break-in of 13. And he's currently on 60. He's doing very well. Bro, I hate Essendon. Ines? Are you a Essendon fan? Yeah, bro, I am an Essendon fan. So that's why I got an Essendon jersey in my background, bro. Oh, the tackles are pathetic from the Bombers. The tackles are pathetic. They're literally spinning and dancing through 2 or 3 tacklers. This is pretty bad. You can clearly see the Eagles are up and about. The Eagles are feeling themselves. The Eagles are happy. They can smell blood. and they're going hard for it. There's not going to be any letting go because the Eagles have not smashed the team in a long period of time. And now that they have this opportunity to do so, they're going to go hard. They're going to run all game long. Day Wicks, disposed of without the ball. The umpire calls play on. Of course he does. Lindsay massages the ball beautifully. He's a good kick. You just love it when Lindsay has the ball in his hands. Bro, Gresham has to go. Oh, I literally had to pull up our out of contract players this year just to see when Gresham is finished. Thank God this year is Gresham's last year. That's all I can say. Thank God. On to Giannis, to Parrish, to Day Wicks. No, Parrish is caught holding the ball. Free kick to Murdoch, who kicks it beautifully all by himself. McCarthy steadies. He kicks the goal as well. The Eagles are on cloud nine. Tom McCarthy. He hasn't kicked too many goals this year. How many goals has Tom McCarthy kicked this year? Stats. 26. He's kicked no goals. What? Is that his first goal in football? Wow. Congratulations. The lockdown tag on Murdoch outscoring the taggee Roberts. Absolute scenes. Well, how many clangers does the taggee have? Roberts, 4 clangers, which is a bit unfortunate, which obviously kills his score. Meanwhile, Murdoch gets the benefit of kicking goals. So that obviously gives him a bit of a boost. They're not quite on the same level playing field. Then again, Roberts can get some cheap disposals through kick-ins. Yeah, it's touched by Reed, fortunately. Farrow takes the kick in into the pocket to Reed. A short finds Dersma. We've had 1 inside 50 for the quarter. That is not good enough. Saad takes a bounce. Kick misses Edwards. This is a sorry sight. This is a sorry sight, man. This really is a broken football club. Farrow, Roberts, Roby. The kids combine. Perkins tries to massage a kick to Edwards whilst under pressure. Interesting decision. Jimby switches it wide. Trips it over the top. This is now Lindsay with the ball. He's a good user. And we see it firsthand. The beautiful, beautiful delivery onto the chest of Yo. There's nothing these defenders can do in those circumstances. When there's so little pressure up the field to put pressure on the ball carrier, they've got time and space to pinpoint the ball. Yo steps up and he misses. 69, very nice. What we want? To 16. 5 goals, 3-0. Roberts goes for a courageous ball up the middle of the ground. This gives the Bombers an opportunity. Sardis, he just bombs the ball forward. He's just hoping. He's hoping and praying. Living on a prayer. But the Eagles can clear out clearly. This is very good there. Nice spoil. Nice pickup. Dersma to Kondagiannis. The kick, though, is not good enough. It's a free kick. Oh, we've got sympathy. A sympathetic free kicks. A sympathetic free kick to... He was held there. He definitely accentuated it to make the umpire see it, but the free kick was there. Ben Mackay has kicked 1 goal in 114 games. We are now at a point in time where we have needed Mackay to double his career goal tally. To finally kick our 3rd goal. Bring back Hurd, the sign in the crowd. Bring back Hurd. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. We are a joke, Joe. They just don't work for each other. Bro, it's a broken club. It's not even a joke. They got banana brains. That they do. Really need Roberts to lift. Been failing since the first quarter. How good are the Bombers? You mean how shit Bombers are? I never said the Bombers were good. What? Good to see you, Jack. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Started 79% CBAs is juicy. Yes, sir. Well, we're going to try and... Well, we have to give him a proper crack to see what he's about. To see if he's worth it. I obviously think he is worth it. Brad Scott didn't. The rookies are a joke. Yeah, it's going to be my first super... I'm going to be first on the Supercoach ladder. Nice, Kobe. The rookies are a joke this week. Thought Edwards with 19 was shocking, but Edwards is on 7. Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad. Saw a stat that Dean Solomon coached teams have scored something like 24 points in the most recent 5 quarters. Oh, my God. Well, to be fair, Dean Solomon coaches teams when their team has hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? Like, Dean Solomon's never coached. Dean Solomon only comes in to coach when the head coach gets sacked and the team is pathetic. So I can't see it much of a criticism of him, but more so an explanation of the situation he's found himself in. At this point, I feel the Bombers could lose to the bye. Look, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. We lost to the bye last year. Remember? Last year, we went into the bye and then had a bunch of players get injured during the bye. So I guess you could say we did lose to the bye last year. Hurd is like a hemorrhoid. Every time you think he's gone, he rears his head. Yeah, man. People need to stand up and breathe. Unfortunately, we've been sitting on the toilet seat for too long. We've got hemorrhoids now. Oof. Just a high speckling ball. Ball hits the deck. Farrow, nice clean hands to Parrish, to Gresham, to Sardis, to Merritt. Kick smothered nicely. Good pickup, though, by Cox. Did well to win himself a high free kick. Well done, young man. You are also playing for a career. He goes on the left, kicks it into the pocket, looking for Caddy. Is that deemed a mark? No, it's not. Has not held it long enough. Throw in. If that was the Eagles, it would have been Peter Mark. Brian taps it to Parrish, feeds it to Brian, kicks it straight into Mackay's back. We're spoiling it. We're smothering each other. Oh, Jesus. Here, Bombers come? Yeah, right. They're not coming, they're going. BJ Williams wins the tap down. Another stoppage. I did say it would be 50 plus. Brian beat into the pill. Reed bumped off it as he kicked. Out of bounds on the full. This is now Merritt with the ball. He's not going to go for goal. He drops it short to Parrish. The Eagles are saying that's not 15. Umpires maybe have some pity. Parrish is not known for his goal kicking, especially on a set shot. About 45. And because he's not known for it, he decides to drop it into the goal square. And Marriage takes an uncontested mark. Cox drops the ball. Kondo grabbed high. Why is that not a high free kick? I don't understand. If that was the Eagles, they would have got it. Throw in. Williams works his way to the front. Cox, though, bombs the ball forward. Caddy with the rove. Releases the handball to Day Wicks. And that's a good goal. I actually believe that Nate Caddy is at his best when he's not leaping for marks. Could be a controversial call. But I actually believe that Caddy's athleticism is more dangerous on the ground. The second he jumps and tries to fly for a mark, he's fully committing. And you either mark it or you don't. I actually believe that he's more dangerous on the ground because he can challenge his direct opponent whilst also being agile enough, like what we see here, to spin and release to a teammate. Well done, Mackay, actually, for that tap. Essendon 2000, I was terrified to play against. I remember going to an Essendon versus Hawks game when the MCG stands were getting built. I left at half time when Hawthorn were down by more than 50 points. That was a long, long time ago, wasn't it, Travis? Merritt, Marks, kicks it into the pocket. Jesus, we give Caddy no chance. Langford. Bro, it's got to be a mark. And it is. He wanted to go corridor. No kicks are open. So he retreats a long way. Parrish now has it still middle of the ground. Kicks it basically from, oh my God. What the hell was that? Why are we giving the ball to Parrish to kick? Well done, Merritt. Hasn't let go. That's high. Deemed to have lent into it, apparently. That's his prior. Okay. That is the correct call. To be honest, that is the correct call. But you never see it paid that way. Unfortunately, they're never paid that way. Harvey Reid's flying shot is a behind. What was that kick? And hope no. I know, right? It was pathetic. It was pathetic, Kobe. Blackiston does well to find Sard. Sard goes for a bit of a run. Lowers the eyes. and turns it over. Oh, God. Can we get this game over and done with already, please? Will this be a mark? No. Ball hits the deck. Look, the players are trying. At least they're trying, I guess. Brian taps the ball down. Parrish. Setterfield. Around the corner. Roby. Merritt. Perkins. Roby. Merritt. Langford. Perkins. Caddy. Couldn't mark. Ball hits the deck. Waterman playing in defense. Just to be a steady hand, I suppose, and make sure the Eagles don't mess it up somehow. I don't know how they could possibly mess it up from here. But I suppose it's good to have some safety and security. Ball comes out the back. Little dinky kick inside. Kondo. Who's this with the ball? Farrow, maybe? I don't know to who. Who is this to? 3/4 time. $10-10-70 for the home team, the Eagles, leading the visiting Bombrays 4-5-29. Setterfield leads all comers for the Bombers with 80. Roby 77, Merritt 71, Roberts 66. Jinby 111, Baker 90, Reed, Harley Reed 86, Murdoch 71. Started hot, has definitely drifted as the game has worn on. BJ Williams 62. I knew not to get him. What did I do? I get him. A bit of a muppet. Oh, goodness. Well, at least King's birthday's coming up soon. I guess is the benefit. I need a haircut, but haircuts are so expensive now in Perth, like $40 and more. Yeah, my haircut is. I tend to pay 50 for a skin burst fade. I tend to pay $50 for my haircut. So $40 is pretty good, I reckon. King's birthday watch-along. Might not be at the house on King's birthday to do a watch-along. We'll see. Just gonna buzz Kobe. Nah, mate. Nah, Kobe's popular with the ladies, and part of that popularity is the hair. He can't just buzz it. He needs his hair. Rather a skullet. Oh, God. How is our team doing? Yeah, $50, man. I think most tend to do it once a month. What? How much do people normally cut their hair for? If you're getting a skin fade. feel like most skin fades tend to be about that much, no? This week has really affected me because more of my players are on their buys. Yeah, look, it sucks, Kobe, because I've got people on their buys, but then I've also got people like Grundy, who I traded in last week, who have been laid outs. Why do we have Schofield commentating on West Coast games? It's a bit ridiculous, I reckon. Kobe's commentating. No, I mean, true. True, Kobe Schofield. That's right. I only just noticed Schofield's is his last name. Sorry, Joe. My spelling is so bad sometimes. It's all right, bro. Spelling is not what attracts the girls, unfortunately. I'd rather be on the ground dancing to music with the crowd. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. Getting the grooves out. What's your go-to move, man? You'd have a blast at a Lebanese wedding. It's all about grooves. Final quarter to go. Please just put us out of our misery. The bye can't come soon enough. Watching this team is tiring. Got so many Michael Jackson moonwalk dance moves. Got so many. Oh, it's so good. I love it. Very nice. And we're back underway. Merritt is taken out without the ball. Thank you. And he looks to see if someone was willing to run past, and no one was. So he has to mongrel it, which then leads to a turnover. Harley Reid. Jesus, the ability for them to step through our tackles is quite pathetic. Will Dersma, he's just running rings around everybody. Overshoots the handball. Jade Gresham loves a throw, doesn't he? Jade Gresham loves to throw the ball. He is the laziest, pathetic excuse of a footballer I've seen in a long time. Can't wait for Gresham to finally be gone. Can't wait. Oh, shut up, Waterman. You guys have been getting the run of the free kicks all night long. And that was clearly a high tackle. Ball hits the deck. Terrible bounce. Stardust, though, gathers. Handballs are back to Edwards. Falling backwards. Manager's going to kick away to Roby. The problem with this is that so often, and of course, the ball ends up with Parrish, who, guess what, turns the ball over by foot. It just turns the ball over by foot yet again. Can we stop giving the ball to Parrish to be the outlet kick? Why is it? Why is it that it just doesn't make sense? It just doesn't make sense from a like nothing about this team makes sense. Okay, nothing about Essendon makes any sense. Why is it that the whole play is set up so that time and time and time again, the person who's running with the overlap is Darcy Parish to be the kick inside 50? Why is that the case all the time? His deficiencies are in kicking. Why isn't it Zach Merritt who is set up to be the kicker? Or this guy, Nate Caddy, for example. And that's a goal. End-to-end stuff. Why? Because Parrish had nothing to do with it. Isn't it a whole new team? Can't get a whole new team. That's impossible. Parrish needs, to get in the bin. I know. Parrish, we have to trade him out. Parrish has to go. Merritt has to go. Ridley has to go. I don't care. Everyone has to go. If you can't kick, you don't belong in this team. I just want that to be a. This is football. This is football. And if you don't know how to kick, then piss off. In the bin. Is it that hard to want to demand a standard of? If you can't kick, you don't kick. You don't play. Roby almost. But the ball spills out. The Eagles can have some overlap handball going. That's what they try to do. Bombers trying to apply some pressure, but these tackles are not dangerous at all in the slightest. They're just dragging in. They're bringing in 3 or 4 players to then create an outnumber on the outside. It's pathetic. It is under 12s. It is moths to a flame. It is moths to a flame. It is underage. This is pathetic. And then you just leads to uncontested marks inside forward 50. Seriously, it's a bit of a joke. It is a lot of a joke. George. Might be a first time viewer, George, and a first time commenter. Haven't seen your name before. The skill of Essendon is deplorable. This team is beyond broken. They are not even on a mature level. My heart is broken. Stand by heard. Essendon like a dinner. I mean, you can see that they're trying, but the problem is similar because you can play with desperation, right? It's possible to play with desperation because you have passion for the club, and then there is you playing desperately. They're not the same. The same way. Because if you are playing desperate football, it means you're just fully panicked. You're fully just bombing the ball and your arms are flailing. You're not actually properly connecting with anyone. You're not actually playing with a game plan, with a purpose. What you're doing is blind, it's thoughtless, it's pure emotion. And that emotion is fear. It's fear. And the opposition feel that. The opposition pick up on that. And that emboldens them to come right at you. And when you are playing desperate, terrified football, the last thing you want is your opponent coming straight at you. They go right through you. The tackles don't stick. It causes people to come to help you. Creates outnumbers. So you want a team that can kick goals and win games for you, players that are consistent. True. Consistency is very important. Oh, Reed, that was terrible. Bad turnover. Yeah. Look, stand by Herd. I completely understand. I completely understand the romanticism of Herd coming back, being fully invested, fully galvanizing the team, but I don't believe that you need to have an Essendon person come in to give it their all. Surely someone else, anyone who comes into the team will give it their all. Damien Hardwick had nothing to do with Richmond before he became a Richmond coach. Lee Matthews had nothing to do with Collingwood before he became a coach at Collingwood. Alistair Clarkson had nothing to do with Hawthorn before he became a coach at Hawthorn. So I don't believe that you need to be an Essendon person to be fully committed to love that club. I don't believe that. Yeah, 100. I like John Longmire. Absolutely. Kobe. I like John Longmire. I would love it if John Longmire was the head coach. If Hurdy really wants to help out the team and wants to give everything he has to the team, then he must accept Murdoch. Bang! Murdoch kicks his third. If Hurdy really cares and wants what's best for the Bombers, but really wants to help out in official capacity, then come across as a development coach. Come in as a development coach. Why not? Why does he need to be the head coach? John Longmire will come in and establish standards, true standards, proper standards that a proper football team follows for sustained success. Back in the middle we go. Kelly. Nice pick up there by Sardis to Setterfield. Kick inside forward 50. Bounces off the chest of Mackay. Roved by Perkins, who just bombs it forward. Ball bounces for Day Wicks. Snaps on the left. Across the face of goal. And out of bounds on the full. Would be good if John Longmire was the head coach, James, one of those coaches that have been done from the ground. Yeah, 100%. Clearly, what needs to be done is that the head coach alone is not the be-all and end-all. Because one hand by itself cannot clap. Okay? You do need your other hand. Together, that makes the clapping sound. So we need. So it has to be the marriage of the head coach and the assistants. The assistants are worth their weight in gold. Damien Hardwick almost lost his job. They then changed the assistants. You got a dynasty. Bucks almost lost his job. They changed the assistants, and they were one Dom Sheed kick away from winning the flag. Murdoch. He is electric, the Sparky. They're just suckering the ball forward like it's FIFA, and they are connecting perfectly. Hollywood football by the Eagles. They are loving life. They are so happy. When was the last time the Eagles smashed a team? Gee, this has been a long time coming for them. Of course they're going to enjoy it. Of course they're going to be happy. Smashing a team and in front of their home crowd. Job Shanahan. Gee, the wind is very strong. Can we get some end-to-end? Wow. Very quick transition from end-to-end this last quarter. Not too bad from the kick-in. Long kicks. Finally, this game is almost over. 10 long minutes to go. Caddy falls short. Yeah. You can see when the ball is kicked in the air how it's playing, and I can tell that it's very, very strong wind. Someone at work was telling me Matthew Lloyd would be a good coach, but he's in the media. Longmire would be the perfect fit. I can't say that Lloydie would be a good coach. What? Because he's coaching on a coaching Hillary, doing high school football. I can't say that. Oh, he's having, and not to mention his panel is stacked. He's even got Pendles as well. So it's just because he's coaching at high school level, obviously very different to coaching in the seniors. Good composure there by Farrow. Holy crap. Gresham. How is he going to stuff this up now, Gresham? Oh! Baker just freaking assaulted Caddy there. Gee, I'm disappointed that no one has gone to remonstrate there. Where's the leadership to fly the flag for your boy? Caddy kicks the goal. Besides Travis, I don't want someone to come to Essendon on potential coaching ability. I want them to show that they can demonstrate that they've done it and that they're willing and able to take that next step forward. Someone like Corey Enright. Right? Look at Corey Enright. As a player, he was a sensational player. Okay? One of the best defenders in the modern era. Okay? Played the third most games for Geelong. So he played as a great player for a great team under a great coach, Bomber Thompson, right? And then he spent 3 years at Geelong as an assistant coach, 2020, before then going to St Kilda as a coach for the last 5 years. That is a resume. That's 8 years applying your trade as a coach. 8 years of applying your trade as a learning from some greats whilst being a great yourself. That's someone who you can see is probably ready to take that next step. Exactly who we should go for, not Herd? Yeah. It shouldn't be Herd. Now, I understand that people are going to say, yeah, Herd's going to bring everybody together. He's going to fix a broken club. And people are going to say that people will rightfully ask the question of how could it be worse? You know what I mean? People rightfully will ask, how could it possibly be worse? We already last on the ladder. It looks like we're never going to win another game again for the rest of the year. The club is shot emotionally. Senior players want to keep leaving. How could it get any worse? How could appointing James Herd be a mistake? Surely anything is better than what we have right now. When people tell me that, it's just like, well, how do you respond to that? Because they're not wrong. From that point of view, they're not wrong. How could he stuff it up? The situation's already stuffed up. Good tackle there by Merritt. He continues to fight hard. Nah, Solomon will not be sacked as interim coach. Impossible. We need to lock in. We need to lock in the number 1 draft pick, and I think that's what we're doing. We are absolutely locking in the number 1 draft pick, and I would not be surprised if at the end of the year the Bombers request for a priority pick. Another Nate Caddy goal. Well done, son. I would not be surprised if the Bombers come end of season request a priority pick because we've been shit for so long. I wouldn't be surprised if we ask for some assistance from the AFL. And then trading out Merritt, trading out Ridley. I think this year again we want to hit the draft hard. Because whoever comes in as the next coach essentially will have a fresh, clean slate. We know Solomon's not going to be that coach. Solomon's just there as a caretaker. They don't deserve it. Piss off, Acker. Of course we do. You don't get rewarded assistance. It's not a reward. They don't deserve it. As if it's something to be earned. Joe, thoughts on Nathan Bassett? I have not heard on him for a long, long time. Mirror's the only one playing with heart and he will be gone. True. I'd say Caddy plays with heart. Caddy plays with a lot of heart. He's obviously not assisted at all. How much time until it finishes? 5 minutes and 55 seconds and counting. Exactly, Aaron. West Coast got it, and they won a flag within the last decade. There's Merritt on cue. Merritt on cue takes the mark. Yep, 100% Aaron. I mean, seriously, if AFL assistance is not for us, then it's for nobody. We have been irrelevant for 22 years. People can say, oh, but St. Kilda have only won one flag in their existence. Who cares? Fact of the matter is, they have been competitively relevant. They've made it to multiple grand finals. It's then on them if they were not able on the day to win it. But they've gotten there. We haven't been remotely close for 24 years. 22 years, sorry. Matthew Scarlett? I think Matthew Scarlett might be still in Geelong, no? I think Matthew Scarlett is still in Geelong. Matthew Scarlett. Currently serving as a development coach with the Geelong Football Club. There you go. See, I know some people say, make Essendon great again, like mega. I say, yeah, sure, I'm willing to agree to mega. But let's make Essendon Geelong again. Let's bring Scarlett. Let's bring Enright. Let's bring in Pops Kelly. Purdy can come back. Maybe he can call Bomber Thompson. Purdy and Jimmy Bartell have got a wonderful thing going on TV with their footy shows. So I'd like, let's bring all the Geelong boys and transform Essendon into Geelong. 4 minutes and 55 seconds. This is a very slow game. That's going to be a turnover, isn't it? Yep, it's a turnover. You can tell when Roberts is about to turn the ball over. You can tell when he's about to do that little dinky kick. You just know it's coming. It's actually amazing. Oh, so now the Bombers are trying to play with some aggression and speed, are they? When the game is already over? Interesting. Get rid of it, Perkins, you muppet! Oh, Lasso. Geez, not possible, is it? 6 goals in 4 minutes? That would be pretty hilarious. Roberts has been so bad. Yeah, no, same. I think we broke him, Aaron. We've broken him. Langford pumps the ball forward. Duggan, intercept mark, easy beasy. Uncontested. I know. It was looking so good. But then we broke him. Honestly, very few teams give up so many uncontested marks like what we do. It's incredible. Murdoch free kick. That guy, whoever, I think that was Jackson Pryor. I reckon Jackson Pryor must play Supercoach and owns Murdoch because there was absolutely no reason to push him there. Kick it back to Murdoch. He's right there. He's free. Murdoch has turned up, baby. Oh my God. The skills, or should I say, the lack thereof, the lack of skills at Essendon is truly a sight to behold. 75% kicking efficiency for the Eagles, 57% for Essendon. 57%. Aka, we need help. Aka, we need so much help. Oh my God. Stanton, I can't wait for you to be sacked too. End of the year. Roberts, strong intercept mark. Jesus. Carlton and Melbourne before the bye. Oh my God, we're screwed. Yeah, Travis, I wouldn't be surprised if it will be close to that, considering this Sunday night game. What was this? Oh, well. Final minute. Look, I thought it would be 50 points. I thought it would be 50 points. It's not 50 points. It's only 31. 51 seconds on the clock. Starter kicks the ball inside forward 50 to Mackay. Holy crap. If Mackay kicks this goal, he brings it to under 30 points. Yeah, Geordie, it's over. There's 36 seconds. 36 seconds and counting. Now, we were certainly fortunate that the Eagles were inaccurate in front of goal, as have we. Just there you go. We kicked 8 goals, 8 behinds. No, 8 goals, 7 behinds. Okay. So we've been a little bit inaccurate. They've been very inaccurate. This game could have very easily have been a 50-point loss. Fortunately for the Bombers, it's not a 50-point loss. It's only a 30-point loss, which is not too bad, considering that I thought it was going to be 50 points. Congratulations to the Eagles. You won. You never looked like losing. You were the better team from start to finish. You were the better team as well with the umpires, but when you're first to the ball, you draw more free kicks, more talent on the field, more cohesion, better form, playing at home. Well done, Eagles. Well deserved. Definitely left a bigger percentage boost on the park. Definitely didn't kick straight, but it's finally over. Put us out of our misery. The Eagles waving their flags. Well done, guys. Certainly do that. For the Bombers, you suck. No, I'm just joking. How can you possibly have only one person ton up, and that was Will Goat, get around him? Merritt 96, Roberts 93. It's not end of the world. Sardis 79. You love to see it. From an Eagles perspective, Murdoch turned up. Love to see it. With Murdoch, those of us who jumped on Bailey Williams, he only scored the 77, which you would really be expecting because the Bombers are ruck killers. And that about does it. No one else is really owned by any of these teams, any coaches. So my final score, I reckon, what did I basically score? Pre-scaling, I'm on 1647. No, 1788. There you go. I'm on 1788, which is going to definitely see me go down because, of course, I own Brodie Grundy, and Brodie Grundy didn't play, and then a lot of poor scores. I don't own Heaney either. So, yeah, I'll certainly have a rank slide this week, but I couldn't give two shits, to be honest, about that because, yeah, season, as we know, is basically cooked for us. So there we go. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. I know it's very hard to enjoy watching that because, let's be real, the only person who could possibly enjoy watching that is an Eagles supporter. So for the rest of us who managed to brave through it, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Hope you have a great week. I'll see you all tomorrow night for our usual Monday night broadcast. If you remember, see you Tuesday. I don't know when I'm going to do my team review. I don't even know if it's worth it anymore, but we'll try. Thank you, guys. Poet, you're welcome. Shaunsky, good to see you. Aka, had such a shit day. Sorry to hear that, mate. See you tomorrow. Indeed, Kobe, thank you for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye for now.